comes to the sense of vision,
yes,
you see, it's also good to consider your audience also.
Very
like
true.
These days we living in families whereby we have so many different age groups.
Very true.
So every time you want to watch any show in particular, make sure that it does not affect the person. Remember, some people, they don't like watching horror things, people murdering each other, so it distracts them, maybe leads to them having nightmares or worse dreams because of the thing. So it's also good also to consider when you're choosing shows to watch. Maybe you are living in a family whereby you share one television. It's also good to consider the things that are common to everyone, so that everyone can watch and enjoy.
Another thing that has come to my mind now is I remember of the commandment,
Yes.
among those 10, that says, "You shall not envy, you shall not covet."
Okay.
Other versions can say so. As I look at that commandment, I see it's one of the most difficult than any other commandment. Why? Because I will never, in a single day, wake up early in the morning, take a shower, dress nicely, wear my very, very good fragrant like Calamy, and then get on the road to covet someone. It's very difficult. I will never have that agenda from my room. It's something that comes along the way, to see someone who is beautiful, who is attractive, who is eye-capturing. But sometimes it's not just that the person is attractive. It may actually be because of the way they've chosen to dress themselves. Dress us about that, especially to the women's side.
So, yeah, we are living in a world whereby a lot of people, especially when it comes to girls and women in particular, they are much drawn naturally. They are much drawn to getting attention. It's not bad for a person to want attention, but there are some things that are more
sensitive.
Yes, especially when it comes to our bodies. Remember, our body is the temple of the Lord,
of the Holy Spirit.
Exactly. And how we dress also relates with our relationship with God. Because we don't pray by words, we also pray by the way we live, the way we dress. So sometimes some dresses, they are not the agenda of God, they are actually the agenda of Lucifer. But see, what can you do, you as a man in the street, like you see such things? Because this is a world that we are living in. We are not living in a holy world whereby we assume everyone is holy. There we are saints. We are not saints. But I like one of a close Jesuit friend of mine. He had this story to say. His name is Father Isaac. You can check his podcast on Spotify, Brother from Another Mother. So, sometime back during one of his sermon, he mentioned something very interesting, especially it was a story. That Favor, imagine you are traveling for a very important journey. Right? And you're not supposed to take any other road. You're supposed to remain focused
on that same road.
On that same road. But along the way, you hear the scents now. You smell the scents of blood to the road going the other way. You see? So, by taking that route, chasing that aroma, you see, it means you have moved from your path.
Yes.
And chasing something else. So, but when you smell that aroma, but you say like, it's just meat. Let me just continue with my important journey. Let me not delay on this journey simply because I stopped for
for a bride nearby.
Exactly. You see, so his main emphasis on that was that it's not bad to hear smell. It's not bad to actually see people doing whatever.
To be distracted.
Exactly. It's not bad to live in a world whereby you sense these smells, but your reaction matters now. How you react when you see such things, when you hear those things, when you smell them, how you react matters. Your reaction, does it keep you along the way, or your reaction takes you off route and saying, I'm now chasing this?
Yes.
So you find it, we are living in a society whereby it's quite easy to get distracted. Remember, we have smartphones. You go on Instagram, you watch a video, but remember, the more you watch them, sometimes those things might pop up, and if you quickly just say, like, I don't want that. You see, those things will come less and less. But the more you spend your time on those, watching, the algorithm actually states that this person is interested in this, so we should give them more. But now, if you sense the smell of it and say, like, no, I'm not here for this. I'm going on my journey. I need to watch some podcasts. I need to watch some TED Talks. I need to watch educative things. I need to enhance my personal life. I need my personal growth. So the moment when you just scroll around and move, when you see those distractions just quickly, you find it now. You have chosen to go with the right path. You are not taking another road leading you somewhere else, which you probably don't know. You assume it's a barbecue, and you got there, it's not even barbecue.
But to live is a battle, it's a fight.
So yeah. It's actually, that's why it also comes back to our sensories. Sometimes we as humans, we compromise.
Because the challenge we have right now is we are focusing more on these five senses.
Yes.
You are particularly focusing on the sense of hearing. And the only thing that you want to do is to focus on paying attention to hearing. And smelling, touching, and all other remaining senses are now coming in to distract you. How best then can you deal with this? For instance, we have a sense of feeling, which is one of the most pressing challenge we often fight against, the sense of feeling. And this sense of feeling comes in with these issues of having dress, miniskirts, and all other whatsoever kinds of, I don't know, those kind of clothes women put to distract our purpose in life. And I feel that you also need to send a message to the distractors to say, of course, we will try our level best, as we have demonstrated in the example we have given, to say you have an agenda of going to Gweru. No matter what happens, the inroads and other emerging agendas that may come along, you should focus on the highway leading to Gweru. Can you simply try to educate in a simple way?
You find it, sometimes charity begins at home. That's what they say. And good behaviors and good morals starts at home. However, you find it now, we are living in a society whereby there's also some borrowed behaviors, some borrowed cultures, which are not okay within our own culture. Especially when it comes to entertainment. Entertainment is actually brought a lot of these negativities, a lot of these distractions. Because remember, some of the dress codes, our fellow sisters, they don't know it's only a stage performance. It's not something meant to be worn in the streets It's a stage performance. Remember, they're just trying to be creative with their dresses.
Yes.
You see, it's a stage, it's an act. Those are things that are supposed to be fictional things, not real things, whereby you actually see someone walking in the street with a dress
like a miniskirt.
Here it's a miniskirt and there is long. You see, those are just outfits for stage performance, and they should stay in the entertainment. We now in the real world, people should just be people and wear proper things.
We are saying there is a life in the TV,
yes,
a performing life, a drama life, where actors or dramatists find alternatives, way to keep their watchers on the TV.
Exactly.
This means that we are not going to imitate what we are seeing in the TV. It's meant for the drama. And after the drama, take the good lessons, not the material instruments used to entertain the drama.
So you find it now. So that's the main point there. But you find it now, even the devil wants to use entertainment, because the devil also
a weapon,
is also clever. He knows that people like entertainment. The devil doesn't come in a way that scares us as people. The devil comes in a way, in things that excite us, and yet those things destroys us. We think these things are doing good in our lives, yet they are doing bad. They are destroying us. So you find now what people really need to do is to pray for the spirit of discernment, to have a caution, a mind that discern between good and evil, between bad and good. To actually saying, I've seen Rihanna half naked. Nah, I can't do this.
I can't do this. Yes,
I can't just show my body to the world like that.
But just
my
because
body is precious.
We tend to opt for them more than God Himself.
Yeah. Because you remember, even God talks about idolism, idolatry. We have people who are actually in this sin of idolatry.
Absolutely.
They worship their celebrities. Everything a celebrity says is proper. And we don't know the reason why these celebrities are saying what they are saying. What agenda are they pushing? Are they God-driven, or they are driven by something else? So we honestly don't know. So for anyone who is watching, I think for our ladies, they just need to have that spirit of discernment, and also to respect themselves. Because if you can't respect yourself, there's no way anyone else would respect you. If you can't respect your body, there's no way anyone would respect your body. And so that's what people need to actually learn out there.
But this also reminds me of haircut. And every time there is a new haircut in the world, there is World Cup. Honestly, I have traced it, and I've discovered it in 2018 when there was a World Cup. There was those hairstyle called Mohawk. I have seen it in the World Cup. And after World Cup, people started adopting to more. It was put in barbershops. And people are now opting to say, I need this cut. No, it was simply for the identification purposes. They really wanted to identify themselves.
Yes. So those are just an act. Those are frictional things, but people take frictional things into the real world. So the reason why we have so many of these problems and challenges is because of that lack of that discernment, to actually discern. This is just a show. You see, you watch Netflix, you see people. Of course, you can see like, this can be real. Of course, in some shows, there is some sense of reality, depending on what things you watch.
But I think maybe in a very educative way, those things, as they happen, they are trying to send a message to people to pick those didactic messages, because in a drama or in a show or movie you are watching, there are takeaways you are supposed to take. It's quite unfortunate. You take the things that people are simply trying to say. Perhaps if they are showing these things like the naked one, the miniskirts, the mohawks, and etc., they are simply trying to say the world is emerging into an image that God in the first place hated. And then instead of you realizing this is not how the world was in the past centuries, then we try to imitate them. So I think it's now a conundrum, that a problem which is quite difficult for us to maneuver. And we really need to develop that spirit of discernment, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so I think that's the main thing, especially when it comes. So yeah, and also sometimes remember some people are making money with these things, and they are fine, they are earning a living with this. This is the world that we are living, a world whereby people would actually benefit by destroying generations. Yes. So it's a challenge, and it's also a reason why we have so many unwanted pregnancies, and we also have rising of STIs, and also so you find it's all in all, it's a mess. So the only way to actually address that is actually where the foundation starts. Families.
Yes.
You see, so the families, remember I said charity begins at home. You see, so if the families are now strict, if they actually, because now the families are like, I'm a 2K generation of today, they just do. Back in the days when we were growing, our parents used to be parents. You see, but now parents are now, you find a parent is also doing the same thing on social media. Twerking on social media, all those things. So how can you then mentor a child? I remember also, you find it now, it was also mentioned by my Jesuit friend, Father Isaac. He said that I find it, we are living in a generation whereby people that don't have mentors, people that don't have people they look forward to, because for a person to be really a mentor, it takes sacrifice.
You must have a,
you see, you must be a person who is very courageous, a person who can sacrifice. For example, Jesus Christ himself, he is actually the best mentor anyone can ever have. Remember his words, the most comforting words. I know my sheep, and my sheep knows me. And my sheep hears my voice.
And it also senses my smell.
You see, and how much does it take that a man dies for his friends? So you find it's a true mentorship, whereby Jesus Christ actually invite us to take sacrifice, so that generations and generations can look forward and say, like, when I grow up, I want to be like this person. We have so many people back in the late centuries who have done so many things for humanity. The story of Mother Teresa, imagine, just from nowhere in India, helping the poor. You see, not only because she had so many resources, but she had love. And with love, we can conquer everything. So you find it, those are people we can look forward to. But we are living in a world whereby we have these mbingas. You see? So these mbingas, they are just there, flashing, flexing on us. You see? And yet, there are people who are actually in need of their help. They are just there giving people who already had resources. You see, where a nation is actually, as many people struggling to get a simple medication. You go in hospitals, people are struggling to pay bills. You go in schools, people are struggling to pay fees.
So
You
sad.
see, the country is in great turmoil, the world is in great pain.
Yeah.
You see, but people have so many resources in which they are not willing to sacrifice. But we have people who are actually
You are squandering resources.
So you find it like you are in Lash, a community. You find it was founded by a person who was actually saying, Jean Vanier, and saying, I need to start a small community for people with intellectual disability, so that I can live with them, share life. After trying to work in the Navy, he sacrificed to create a home for the marginalized. So, and those people can be mentors. You see, you can look up to them.
Yes.
You see the sacrifice they've done. Not only because they had so much resources, but
they had love.
They had love. So we have stories of so many people who are doing great things. Right? Who did great things? Because now we don't have them anymore.
Of course, yes.
So you find it now, people are actually getting rich at the expense of the poor.
Very true.
The richer are getting richer, and the poor are becoming more poor. So, therefore, we are lacking mentors.
Very true. I think for that reason, people may actually feel like we are dreading from our topic. We have not detached ourselves from the topic. The reason why we are having these problems is that people are lacking mentorship. The people they can look up to say, I model the role that Kudzai is playing. I am modeling the role that Favour plays in life. He is doing 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. The things that are tangible, that are valuable.
So you find that now is all these things comes back to how do we relate with ourselves and how do we relate with others. So that's the reason why we had to expand this whole discussion, trying to address and have a critical analysis of the world and the destruction. And all these things are caused by the things we watch, the things we hear, the things we talk, the things we say, the things we smell.
Very, very true.
So you find it now, our senses plays a very crucial role.
It's very true. And I think we have to end here. And as we are actually folding our conversation, I would like maybe to have a bit of recap of the whole discussion we have.
Sure.
We have talked about the sense of hearing, which is probably this one. Can you give us a summary in a plot?
So, on sense of hearing, we're actually talking about...
In exactly 60 seconds.
Okay. On sense of hearing, we're just talking about how hearing can affect the person next to you, and the things we listen to, how can they affect us?
Even how can they influence our ways of perceiving things?
Exactly.
Perception and behavior.
Exactly.
We've also touched on the sense of smelling.
So also on the sense of smelling, we talked about how our sense of smell can affect the personal space of others. The way we use our cologne is not supposed to distract others.
And before we wear our different kind of perfumes, let us have a conscience to think of others. Remember, I like the quote from Socrates: do not do to others what angers you when it is done to you by others.
It's interesting.
Yes. In Shona it says, usaitira munhu zvekuti kana ukaitirwa zvinokubowa kana wakiitirwa nemunhu.
Exactly.
Personal
So you find it here that personal space is mostly important, and we also talked about how the things we see can even influence our behaviors, and can even influence the personal space of others. So we see things halfly naked, and we try to imitate that frictional character into the world, thereby creating a series of challenges and consequences for ourselves and for others.
And those challenges end up being conundrums.
Exactly.
And I love the word conundrum because it is quite good for people to understand it. It's a difficult challenge, a problem that is very, very hard to overcome. So do not at all costs do the things that their consequences will be difficult for you to overcome, even with the aid of those professionals.
Exactly.
We have also touched the sense of sensitivity that is addressed in dress code that people often choose before they leave their dressing room.
Exactly, yeah, sure.
And we said women should be very, very sensitive and conscious of how they dress before they leave for any business. Remember, everyone, as they knock out of their homes, there is a commandment to remember: you shall not covet or envy anyone. So do not create an environment where you make someone sin, even if they were not prepared. Actually, it's good for us to note also. Let's talk of the sense of testing, probably in a setting of a family where everyone prepares meals.
Exactly.
Can you actually touch on it?
Yeah, so just to sum up on this, so it's also important, it also goes back to what I said earlier on, that if you don't respect your body, nobody else will ever respect your body. And also remember that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. It's supposed to be very reserved. So the way you dress also can even affect personal space of other people. So it's also good to be very much conscious and also have that discernment, that spirit to decide the good and the bad, the evil and the good. So you find it, yeah. So I think that's the main point. So for the viewers out there, it's just an inspiration on how we relate with ourselves and how we relate with others, and try to be very considerate, especially when you are living in an environment whereby you have other people around you. Do not obstruct them from good things. Do not obstruct them from opportunities with loud music. Do not obstruct them from God.
Yes.
The way we dress.
Thank you so much for these insights. And I hope as we are watching this, our main intention is to create an environment that is conducive for everyone. I have to respect you by not simply saying nice words, by even the way I choose to present myself, as you have mentioned. I think everyone have listened carefully, and we are going to put these things into life, into practice, and be deliberate in whatsoever we do in life. Thank you so much, viewers, and I wish you the best. Time for good stories. Komborerwai, naBaba.
Thank you.